Hey guys, Colvin here with your Shoals Lake fishing report. Today is Thursday, March 9th. We got surface water temperatures anywhere from 58, 59 degrees in the backs of some of the creeks. Main lake stuff's about 51 in the morning, about 53 in the afternoon. All depends on the day. Our water level, we're still low, guys. The lake level's at 651. Be careful when you're going out there. We're still about 8 foot down from winter pool. We do have rain coming, and that'll help. That's going to help us. We need it bad. A lot of guys are doing good. All depends on the weather. A lot of the fish are coming on a lot of different baits. There's a lot of different things that are working. I'm just going to show you guys some of the things that's been working for me, and hopefully helps you guys out. The three things I'm looking for when I'm fishing this time of year, I'm going to go to the back of the creeks and work my way out. What I'm looking for is wind, color in the water. A little bit of color in the water helps, especially when it's getting warm the way it's been, and water temperature. The bonus things you want to look for, we got a lot of fish around bait. Seem to be keying in on shad. There's a bit of a crawfish bite towards the backs of the creeks. Either a jig or crawfish imitation bait are working. Post frontal, guys, today it's 80, tomorrow it's supposed to be snowing. Those post frontal days, you're gonna have to slow down a little bit. I'll go back out to the channel swings close to that deep water and slow down. I'll either throw a fish head spin, throw a jerk bait. You can catch a lot of fish on the jerk bait if you got a little bit of wind on those channel swing banks. The 45 degree banks, those are holding a lot of fish still. The 45 degree banks with chunk rock on it, key in on those little pockets or spawning pockets. Not necessarily in the spawning areas, but close to them, guys. If there's a dock on a point going into a spawning pocket, that's been a pattern. I'll throw the jerk bait around the docks, around the outside, throw a swim head around the outside. The jerk bait, either a mega bass or a mixed stick, a Rapala is working. Depends on the day, and you're gonna have to change the color depending on the water clarity. If it's nice and stable weather, if we got wind, I'm gonna throw a crankbait. Rock crawler's working, guys. Rock crawler anywhere in that 8 to 10 foot range, and the same kind of banks where you've got chunk rock or channel swing nearby. The backs, I'm throwing a wigglewort in a shad pattern, or I'm also throwing a swim bait around. So there's a lot of different things starting to work, and fishing's just going to get easier. Those docks too, if it's post frontal, don't be afraid to pick up a drop shot, guys. If you need to get some fish in the boat, watch your graph. Those drop shot fish seem to be anywhere from 25 to 35 feet, and they're wanting to come up. They want to key in. They know they got to spawn, and a couple more weeks of this stable weather, fishing's going to start getting a little bit easier. If you go backs in the creeks, it seems to be that brush is holding a lot of fish. If you can find any kind of brush in that 10 to 15 foot, you can drag a jig through it or throw a jerk bait over it. Seems to be a lot of fish holding to any kind of cover in that 10 to 15 foot range. The fish are wanting to be up. It's hot, There's also fish starting to come up around the gravel points. The gravel points that are close to deep water. I'm dragging either, I'll throw a shaky head around. That's catching some fish. And the Ned rig, you can throw a turd out there, guys, and catch them on that right now. So we're almost there. It's getting busy. Oh, I want to talk to you guys too. If you want to go catch white bass, I'm picking a few up here and there. Guys are catching them on jerk baits. Guys are throwing them the little swim baits for them. Those are in the very backs of the creeks and the flats. About as shallow as you can get, all the way in the back. I know up the lake, we went up to Lead Hill, there's some up there. In the very, very backs of the creeks. Just be careful you're going in there. The water gets real dirty, and the little white stuff, the little A-rigs, the little swim baits, the little jerk baits, the little rooster tails, all that stuff's working for those white bass. You can have a fun time. You can catch a bunch of fish. Well, right now is the time where they're in there doing their thing. Also, a bunch of guys catching walleye on a jerk bait. So also when you're back in those flats, you know, there'll be some fish back in there. I'm actually throwing a little Kitech through there in that dirty water. There's some bass back in there. They're back there eating on the shad. That little bit of water that's coming in has got the bait fish back in there all stirred up. So you're back in there. Make sure you're picking it all apart and work your way back out of the lake. Today is nice. Tomorrow's supposed to snow. April's right around the corner, guys. Spring is here, so you know, if you want to book, be sure to give us a call. And I want to thank you guys for watching.